Ringo Starr, born Richard Starkey on July 7, 1940 in Liverpool, is often remembered as the cheerful Beatle who kept the rhythm flowing. Yet behind his constant smile and light-hearted persona lay a life of struggle, illness, and personal challenges. From childhood health crises to the pressures of fame, Ringo's story is one of resilience. He faced near-death experiences, addiction, and family hardships, all while becoming one of the most iconic drummers in music history. This is the journey of a man whose perseverance, humour, and talent define not only the Beatles but also the heart of rock and roll. Early life and family struggles. Ringo's childhood was marked by hardship. He was born in a small house on 9 Madryn Street in Liverpool's Dingle district to Richard Starkey Sr. and Elsie Glee Starkey. When he was just 3 years old, his father left the family, leaving his mother to support them through multiple jobs as a maid and barmaid. Ringo's early years were shaped by financial strain and uncertainty. Despite these challenges, his mother remained fiercely protective, ensuring he received care during frequent illnesses. These early struggles instilled resilience, independence, and a deep emotional sensitivity that would influence his music and personality later in life. Childhood illnesses and hospital life. At age 6, Ringo underwent routine appendicitis surgery that quickly turned dangerous. He developed peritonitis, a severe infection that sent him into a coma for nearly a year at Myrtle Street Children's Hospital. The recovery process was grueling, and just as he returned to school, another setback occurred. At 13, he contracted tuberculosis, requiring 2 years in a sanatorium. While confined to a bed, Ringo discovered music. Hospital staff organised music sessions for the children, introducing him to percussion. These early experiences not only helped pass the long days, but planted the seeds of his lifelong love for drumming, which would eventually define his career. The beginning of a musical path. By the time he recovered from tuberculosis, school no longer held appeal. Having missed years of education, Ringo dropped out at 15 and entered the workforce. He tried various jobs, including working with British Rail and as a machinist, but none satisfied him. Music became an outlet and a passion. In 1957, he and his neighbour Eddie Miles formed the Eddie Clayton Skiffle Group, playing folk, blues and jazz-infused skiffle, a popular style in Britain. Using unconventional instruments like washboards and tea chests, Ringo learned rhythm in creative ways, tapping a thimble to maintain beat. Local gigs helped him develop performance confidence, setting the stage for future stardom. Joining Rory Storm and the Hurricanes. After the skiffle craze faded, Ringo sought new opportunities. In November 1959, he joined Rory Storm and the Hurricanes, one of Liverpool's leading rock and roll bands. It was here he adopted the stage name Ringo Starr, inspired by the rings he wore and his love for country music. Rory Storm gave him a spotlight moment called Star Time, where Ringo could sing on stage. Touring across Liverpool, Wales and Hamburg, Germany, the Hurricanes honed their craft and reputation. It was in Hamburg that Ringo first encountered John Lennon, Paul McCartney and George Harrison, foreshadowing his future role as the Beatles' drummer. Meeting the Beatles. While in Hamburg in 1960, Ringo occasionally filled in as drummer for the Beatles when Pete Best was unavailable. On October 15th, he even recorded a track with John, Paul, George and the Hurricanes bassist Lou Walters. His relaxed drumming style and steady rhythm impressed the Beatles, contrasting with Pete Best's inconsistent approach. By 1962, the band recognised they needed a permanent change. John and Paul personally sought Ringo to join the Beatles, offering him more than he earned with the Hurricanes. Though loyal to Rory Storm, he accepted the offer, stepping into a pivotal moment in rock history and setting the stage for the Beatles' final and most iconic lineup. The transition and fan backlash. Ringo's arrival was not universally welcomed. Fans loyal to Pete Best protested vehemently. At his first official show with the Beatles at Hume Hall, Birkenhead, the audience chanted against him. Even at the Cavern Club, some fans openly demonstrated, and George Harrison suffered a punch to the eye. Despite the hostility, Ringo's skill and personality quickly won over both the band and fans. His drumming added a loose, swinging feel that elevated the Beatles' sound, and his easygoing nature helped maintain harmony within the group. Over time, the initial backlash faded, and Ringo became an indispensable member of the world's most influential band. Rise to Beatle fame. With Ringo on drums, the Beatles' music flourished. His steady rhythms underpinned hits from Love Me Do to A Hard Day's Night, creating a foundation for the band's revolutionary sound. Beyond drumming, his occasional vocals added charm and variety. Ringo's humour and relatability contrasted with John and Paul's more intense personas, endearing him to fans worldwide. As fame skyrocketed, Ringo faced pressures of public life while continuing to confront personal challenges, including alcohol use and the strain of family separation. His ability to remain grounded and retain his humour became a defining aspect of his public image. Personal struggles and sobriety. Even at the height of fame, Ringo struggled with addiction. Years of heavy drinking and the pressures of life on the road took a toll on his health and relationships. He admits to blackouts, reckless behaviour, and moments of aggression that strained his family life. By the late 1970s, a series of crises forced him to re-evaluate his lifestyle. Health scares, near-death experiences, and personal losses compelled him to focus on sobriety. Ringo prioritised repairing relationships with his children and maintaining physical well-being, showing that even rock legends must confront their personal demons. Near-death experiences. In April 1979, Ringo experienced a life-threatening return of peritonitis. Rushed to Princess Grace Hospital in Monte Carlo, he underwent emergency surgery to remove damaged sections of his intestine. The recovery was intense, yet he attended Eric Clapton's wedding just 3 weeks later, demonstrating resilience and commitment. Later that year, a fire in his Hollywood home destroyed irreplaceable Beatles memorabilia, serving as a stark reminder of life's fragility. These events prompted Ringo to reflect deeply on his priorities, cementing his dedication to health and family over reckless living. Legacy and reflection. Ringo Starr's journey from a sickly Liverpool child to world-renowned drummer is a testament to perseverance. Despite illness, addiction, and personal struggles, he became a defining figure in music history. His drumming, humour, and charisma left an indelible mark on the Beatles' sound, while his personal growth inspires others to overcome adversity. Ringo's story reveals that fame does not shield one from life's challenges, but resilience, self-awareness, and emotional honesty can shape a meaningful, lasting legacy. Even today, his music and personality continue to resonate with fans across generations. Conclusion: the rhythm of life. Ringo Starr's life embodies the complex interplay of talent, adversity, and growth. From early health crises to the pressures of Beatlemania, he navigated fame, addiction, and personal loss with humour and resilience. His drumming created timeless music, yet his personal journey reveals the human side of celebrity: struggle, redemption, and love. At 84, Ringo stands not only as a musical icon, but as a testament to enduring spirit. Behind the playful stage persona lies a man who faced life's harshest realities and emerged with strength, joy, and a rhythm uniquely his own.